Welcome everyone to Delta T Racing. Division 3, Round 9 at, well, what some would say the home of F1 is. That's right, we've come home to Silverstone. Indeed. Excuse me. Just waiting for the loading now. Here we go. And dry qualifying, which is good news for everybody. So we'll see who is out of the box first. Dry for both sessions. Some nice British summertime weather, rather than weather from any other time of the year around this country, as we all well know. Anyway, let's see. Jake looks to be first out on an outlap. Let's get some telemetry going. Plenty of people with the medium tyre on in the box at the moment, probably looking for to get an outlap in. Sorry, my words were lost on me there a little bit. Been in a bit of a rush to get here for your commentary tonight. So, back to Drake. Magabek hits onto the hangar straight. Already a Mercedes round. That's Foxblue already out. Foxblue was already... Let's see if I can get an onboard from somebody. Not really. But Foxblue has already crashed under the... on his outlap, sorry. Not under the safety car, it's not even the race yet. Elmerix has a 5-place penalty for collision with Billy. And he's missing his front wing, not sure what exactly has gone on there. I don't know what's gone on there, to be honest. Some strange occurrences. Still, we'll go on board with Lager 27-7 through the first sector. Through left field. On the run down the old pit straight. Excuse me. Through cops. No lift. Goes quite wide. Keeps his lap valid. But just a banker by the looks. 104.1 middle sector. People getting well out of the way. Red Bull there. Going well out for Jake, who will be the first person to set a lap. Let's see what he does. 28.1 for the first lap of the session. Gerjo coming into the final chicane now. On the run up to the start line. Needed a 28.0. AlphaTauri behind, no drug on a 27.7. Alpine next round. That will be Mikey, who's starting the lap. Both our regular Alpine drivers are being filled in by reserves this evening. Guna in 4th with the fastest final sector of anybody. And Zabi Wow, what a time from Zabi. 1:27.8 on the mediums, already putting himself well in the mix. Askelios, a 27.6 on the soft compound of tyre. Excuse me a moment while I search for my wire because my controller's going to die. There we go. Billy and Jordan, both in relatively the same sort of league on medium tyres. 28.2 for the both of them. Huss coming around to finish his lap. Now where does he go? He goes second, 2 thousandths off of pole. Or provisional pole, shall I say. Stewart. Ooh, he spun out of turn 1. Into the wall, Stewart's out of qualifying. So that's 2 people already out of qualifying. Plenty of people getting well out of the way of everyone in turn 1, which is a good thing to do. Elmerick's on an outlap. Stav pitting. Getting shortened to Stav for the rest of the season, as everyone else seems to call him that, and I've heard no protests. Everyone else seemingly coming around to pit. I have to see what... I believe that might be Elmerick's coming around to start a lap. Very squarely out of that final chicane, but he is underway. It's right on board. Keeps it flat in 7th gear. Obviously we're watching the PSGL F1 drivers, because I know they've been doing that. Just hide some of the UI a minute. Purple first sector for Elmerix. Let's see, right on board. On the run up to Cops Corner, down the old pit straight. Again, opting to hold it in 7th. Not purple through the middle sector, so he's lost time on Scalios's lap time. Let's see now what he can do through the final chicane. On the run to the line. It's a 27.8 for Elmerix. Let's see, Wazza is on a lap. Coming through Maggot's buckets now, well off the apex, and he's melodied. So we'll back off. Stav out there on the lap. He's gonna have to get out of the way of the McLaren behind him. Oh no, never mind, that's Billy's on an outlap. Of course, because Stewart did crash early. Evan has retired. I'm not sure where that's happened, I must have missed that. It's Guna going very slowly. Oh, he's out of fuel, that's why. Zavi on an outlap, Haas behind, on an outlap. Elmerix, I believe, has gone again. I'm not sure. That wasn't a very good run through Meggins and Beckett, so he's 6 temps down, so good luck to him. No Jug is slightly up on his first sector. Missed Husk going provision. Ops for the shift down to 7th through Cops. 3 Maggots and Beckett's now. Alfa Romeo getting well out of his way. Oh, he's getting a good toe off the Alpine here as well. This is going to help his lap time. Or not. Invalidated at a convenient point to back out there, but just a little bit of dirty air from Wazza. Enough to put him off. Skelios coming around to start a lap. Let's see what Xavi can do. Fastest man on the mediums by some margin. Good 4 tenths. Let's see what he can do with his first lap on the soft compound. And it's a 27.380. 6 thousandths clear. At the top of the timing sheets. Well out of the way of both Hasses. Let's see. It will be the other Ferrari of Stav coming around to finish his lap now. Let's see what he can do. It's only 9 for Stabruli. Billy up to 3rd with a 127.5. Fastest final sector of anybody. Must be running presumably some low downforce on that McLaren. Which will help him recuperate more ERS in the race. Let's see. Skelios will be the next person round to set a lap, but he has invalidated. So it will be one of the Hasses, Lejake. Let's see, the 10th down. Lap doesn't seem to be going too well for him. Big man behind. A lot of understeer. But maybe Lejake may have been towing Big Man, I'm not sure. Let's see what Big Man can do. Slowest of the current times goes to a 27.8. That is now 4 drivers within a tenth of each other. Well, quarter tenth. As Jordan goes fastest now in the Red Bull on 27.37. Very close up at the top, between the top 3. But some of the big guns yet to show their true pace. I mean, we've lost Fox Blue and Stewart. We've still got Gerjo to see what he can do. Billy, I'm sure, won't be satisfied with 4th. But let's just take a quick look at this. Let me just take a quick look at the standings in our Discord, which you can join through the link in our description by clicking on the link to the Delta T Racing website. Anyway, let's see. Fox Blue is out in the lead by a long way, so Fox Blue starting down in P16 will be beneficial for everyone. And Stav has all of... I mean, his consistency is rewarding him. And his ability to avoid penalties and his great race pace. Because he is second in the standings at the moment. But he has a lot of work to do if he wants to close the large gap he's in. Let's see for Gerjo now, who's 3rd in the standings, 16 points behind Stav. Oh, and he's spun out of the loop, I believe. I'm not sure entirely of the corner names around Silverstone. I know some of the famous ones, but Not all of them. See, Waza is the only person not to have set a lap thus far in the Alpine. Get some nice off-board shots while we wait for people to come round. It will be Gerjo next round to set a time. Although he doesn't seem to be pushing. His red light flashing, not using ERS deployment. See if anyone is on a lap though. Elmerix. Huss is on a lap. I believe Huss will be next round to finish a lap. And he's got, I don't know, I certainly think he's got the pace for pole this evening. Yeah, Bog's saying people can do better than 27.3. We'll have to see what happens. You never know if people will crash or invalidate their lap time. But Huss seems to be the first person round of the big guns of this session. Let's see what he can do. No improvement. Wow. Wonder where he's lost that time. I reckon he will back off, save some fuel and maybe go again, but it doesn't look likely. His fuel light flashing as Billy spun out of turn 1. So that looks like Billy's qualifying also over, unless he can get round and set another lap. Let's see, one of the Ferraris through Maggots Beckett's, that's Stav, who is not on a lap. That's right on board with Gerjo, who is 10th off. 2 temps up now, which could raise him a long way from where he is. He could potentially go P6 with this lap, provisionally. And there's more time to be found, I'm sure, through this final chicane, short shifting. But he has invalidated in the final couple of corners. It would have been good for a 27.5, which would have put him 5th on the grid. He will be not very happy with himself there. And he's invalidated his next lap as well. So 12 will be the best Gerjo can achieve. Waza invalidated his lap time, but he does have time to go around again and set another one. Let's see, AlphaTauri coming round. That is no jug. He is probably going to be the last person to come round and do a lap. So that will be Lejek then. Next round to set a lap time. Let's see what he does. Up to 4th. Lejek sets a 27.5. Ahead of Billy, who will get chance to come round and set another lap time. Huss has retired. Huss will go no better than 3rd in this qualifying session. Red Bull there. I believe that is Elmerix going slowly. I believe that's AI mode as well. The AI has taken over his car. So Big Man will start no better than 9th. Elmerix will start no better than 10th. Mikey not improving. The Stab goes fastest. Wow. Stab pulls a 27.34. Which is what exactly what he needs against Fox Blue, his rival. But it's not over yet. Billy's round. Billy will not improve. Billy will start no better than 6th. Lejek has invalidated. Xavi has invalidated. Ascelios has invalidated. Guna will be the next person to set a lap. Let's see what he can do. Will there be a shock pole? Well, it's going to be a shock pole regardless, because Stav has been more a race-paced kind of guy. But it looks increasingly likely. In fact, It will be the situation. Unless Billy has something to say about it. Which he doesn't. Of course he didn't, he's spanning cops. Stab on pole. A new pole sitter by the looks. I'll have to see. Yeah, Stab is a new pole sitter for Division 3. His previous best qualifying was only 3rd on the grid, but... Stab on pole. Congratulations. Jordan still not happy. I mean, that's, yeah, like Bog says, 400ths between the top 4. Very, very close qualifying. Though Billy has a 5-place grid penalty, so that will drop him to 11th on the grid. I believe there's another 5-place. Elmerix also has a 5-place grid penalty, so that will mean he starts 16th, and that does promote Fox Blue up 1 position. But it's such a close. It's going to be such a close race at the front. You know, that's top 10 within half a second of each other. And everyone is very close. So with those small margins, I'm pipping Stav for a lights to flag victory. I think he can do it. I think he's very good at avoiding penalties, and he can certainly prove himself for the race win today. Let's have a look at the standings. He has claimed 1 win already before. So it is within the realms of possibility. And we've seen plenty of lights to flag victories this week around Silverstone in Delta T Racing, which of course you can catch live here on the YouTube channel. And, well, any links through the social media as we come round onto the grid now. Stav leads them away for the formation lap at number 12 Ferrari. Looking well poised, given his consistency through the race. Just looking at the other divisions, there have been 3 lights to flag victories across our 6 divisions. And with 2 of our divisions racing tonight, that could get up as high as 5. Division 6 also racing alongside us, and they are also live on this channel at the moment if you want to go and check it out. Still, as we come through the formation lap, let's see what tyres everyone is going to start on. Top 10 all on softs, of course. Fox Blues, Stewart and Gurjo all opting for that very, very powerful alternate strategy. If you can avoid what happened to another Alfa Romeo driver, fittingly enough, over in Division 1, if you can avoid making contact, like my fellow championship protagonist Sherry 2K did over in Division 1 on Tuesday evening, if you can avoid getting held up, that medium soft compared to the soft medium is a very, very powerful strategy around here. Because the softs, they take a couple of laps to wear in. You need a few laps of pain on them before they start giving you the goods. Nice orange helmet for Billy in that orange McLaren, very fitting. Still, as we come around onto the grid now, let's ride on board with Jordan off the start. Or Xavi. Jordan or Xavi. It's hard to choose. I think we'll go with Xavi. Prime position to see the two lead cars if there's a better start. Let's see. Lights out and away we go around Silverstone. Xavi has got a much better start than Jordan, who is already ahead, and Ferrari 1-2 into turn 1 and turn 2 as they head towards turn 3 now. That is a perfect start for Xavi behind his teammate. Meanwhile, Lejake and Big Man. Lejake going for the switchback there on Haas. Much better exit down the Wellington straight. I'm not sure if this was the one that's been renamed to the Hamilton straight or not. But as they go through Luffield, still side by side, giving each other plenty of space, but Lejake has to lift out of it. Meanwhile, yellow flags further back. That is one of the Alpines. Waza has maybe cut across the grass, I'm not sure. I believe his wing is still intact. Gerjo not had a great start. He may have damage, I'm not sure. He seems to be understeering a lot. Oh, that's Lejake. Lejake seems to have a problem. He might have gotten damage as well. Huss has got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. I think Huss and Lejake have come together somewhere. I must have missed that. Both of them dropping down the field. Meanwhile, out the front, Stav, Xavi and Jordan all above a second clear of the big man, but he has got well within that as we start the second lap. Already plenty of action on the opening lap of this British Grand Prix, as Lejake, Huss and Gerjo all into the pits. Now, for me, if I was Lejake and Huss, I would be going to the medium compound of tyre. They can last the entire race around here, and that is what Lejake has done. That is also what Huss has done. Gerjo opting for another set of mediums, interesting. He will still have to pit again, but that might be in anticipation of a safety car. Billy and Nojo going at it. Into cops. Will there be contact like we saw in the real-life Grand Prix? No, they're giving up each other plenty more space, but Nojo goes off the track. Will one of them back off into Maggot's Beckett's? Yes, they will. Billy has backed off, opting to fight for another day. The lead group just over a second clear of Big Man, but Skelios around the outside. Oh, I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this. Skelios up the inside. Can they make it work? No, they can't. Skelios still in fifth. Xavi looks to be the fastest. Wazo looks to be the fastest on the track. Never mind. Obviously pushing hard behind Fox Blue. Let's see up the front with DRS now enabled. Will there be some strategic play between the two Ferrari drivers? Not close enough to have a look at the moment, but they are going to pull away from the big man now. As Waza gets himself past Fox Blue round the outside. Good move. As Mikey as well. I believe that was past Almarex. Still, the big man is losing a lot of time now. 2 seconds to the lead group as Fox Blue goes past Waza. Waza might have spun. Yes, he has. Waza is lost his front wing. Unfortunate for the Alpine driver. Let's see. Askelios is past the big man with the DRS. He is well clear. And he can now go and charge after that lead group. Which will be a very, very arduous task. As we round onto lap 4 now. Stab still out in the lead. Holding himself steady. Ahead of his teammate Xavi and Ariel Jordan in the Red Bull. But a 2-second gap back to Askelios, who managed to get himself past the big man in the Haas. Gunnar running in 6th in the Aston. No joke on the back of this group. Let's see about those penalties. Stewart already has a track limit warning as Wazza goes onto the hard compound tyre, which doesn't make much sense to me. The hard tyre isn't really a tyre you want to use around here, regardless of when you pit, because the mediums can last, and they're still a pretty good tyre. Let's see. Stab getting very wide through cops. Gojo gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings at the back. I believe there may be some... Oh, never mind, I was looking at the wrong Alfa Romeo. Let's see, does Xavi go for the move? No, he doesn't, he backs out of it. Looks like we're going to have the Great Wall of Ferrari in the lead of this race. It's a shame it couldn't be done for them at the home Grand Prix of Monza. But for all I know, Stav's Greek, so who cares what he considers his home race. Askelios is closing on the group though, which is good news for him if he wants any chance of being any higher than 4th, because these guys up the front are just going to find it very easy to pull away with their DRS. Jordan looks to be getting a little bit racy, trying to get as close as he can to his rival. There's Gershon and Haas running side by side down the back of the field. Haas manages to maintain the position. Oh, it's Gershon spun! Gershon's out of the British Grand Prix! Will there be a safety car? Yes, there will! That is a safety car on the 5th lap of this British Grand Prix. Let's take a moment to breathe, as it's hard to believe only 5 laps have gone. So much action already. And it's to be expected from such a, well, from what I've said, every single race. A very, very volatile grid. Let's see. Stab opts to pit. I believe everyone, apart from Stewart, will be into the pits here. Never mind, I stand corrected. No Jug has opted to stay out, which is a very interesting choice. It would be a no-brainer at this point for me to pit for a set of medium compound tyres if I was on the softs, as you're basically set to the end of the race from there, as Gojo has left the session. Very disappointing for him and his championship, as he is behind the current race, well, the net race leader in the standings, and with no points today may hurt him a lot. It's everyone into the pits. Mikey also opting for the hards. It's just a tyre that isn't needed around here. You can just, I mean, he's going to have better wear than the medium runners by the end of the race, but even then the mediums maintain a lot of their pace for the majority of their life cycle, and they will easily outpace the hards for the rest of the race. So I believe that is a strategic error from Mikey. Let's see if Wazza enters the pits. Wazza enters for a set of mediums, which is what I would optimally be on at this moment in time. Askelios has jumped Xavi. I must have missed that, of course, because Xavi will have double stacked with Stav. So Askelios up to a net 3rd, that is. still, just a nice breather as we wait for the 40-second gap for Haas to close, and we get back underway for the British Grand Prix in Division 3. What a race so far. Still, there will be more to come in the remaining 20 laps, including Mikey pitting. I think Mikey might be listening in to the live stream potentially, if this is it's for a set of mediums. I think some of our racers are also listening in. I do the same myself. I do like to have the live stream. Yep, I agree with you there, 100%, Bog. No joke, has shot himself in the foot here. Like, unless there's another safety car, he's thrown his chances away for this race, because everyone behind him is probably going to go to the end of the race now, other than Stewart and Foxblue, who are going to be ones to watch by the end of the race, but still, it's not going to be easy for them. The safety car has played beautifully into anyone who is running on the soft tyre, as we will probably be underway for green flag conditions at the end of this lap, as Mikey, Huss and Wazza all close up onto the rear of the main queue. I think we ride on board with Stab off the restart, the current, well, the net race leader, shall we say. Gonna have fresher tyres than those in front of him. No joke is still gonna have a lot of pace in the softs, but I think Stab's gonna be able to get past these medium runners in front of him. Yep. Has to be said, I think Jug is maybe playing the gamble, rolling the dice and hoping for another safety car, as he has already gone way before the final chicane. That may have caught some people out. It's caught Stab out. Stab is already a second down, though he has gained it back. It's also caught Jordan out. Jordan is a second down to Stab. Jordan has had a bad restart, and that will help Stab massively. No joke gets a 3 seconds up on it. Oh, he's out. No joke's crashed through the first corner. So we will never get to see what that will have, well, what his plan will have played out like. We will never get to see that. It was a big risk to have taken, but you know. Yeah, I mean, you could say that, Bog. You could say that he tried to create his own safety car, but that never ends well. Still, Stab nearly a second clear of Jordan, who is closing slightly. Obviously, with no DRS enabled, he is going to have to push like hell. Otherwise Stab will start running away with it, as No Jug leaves the session. Mikey has passed Evan further back into Stowe, I believe. Stewart leads them on to lap 9 on the medium tyres. Foxblue behind. Stewart, Huss and Wazza, the only people with penalties at the moment. Billy has passed Guna through turn 1, that is. And 7/10ths back from the DRS of Big Man in front of him. Stab and Jordan just about... Well, nobody plans to lose their time, no joke. Stab and Jordan still pretty close, 9/10ths the gap. But if Stav can break that DRS for the start of lap 10, he will be in a great position. Xavi now will look to make back positions on Jordan and Askelios. At one point in this race he was running P2 behind his teammate. But by virtue of a double stack, he will not make it. Lejek in the slipstream, but Elmeric's ahead. Already clear of Gunnar before they go into Stowe. As we come round to start lap 10. Staff getting very close to the back of Foxblue. DRS has been enabled. Skelios nearly out of that second window of Jordan. Which will not be good news for him. It looks like he's just close enough for the detection point. Same can't be said for Billy. Let's see. Does Big Man have DRS? No, he doesn't. I don't think. That's not what I want. I want the telemetry. There we go. Let's see. Elmeric's on a 3-second time penalty as he and Lejek go side by side. Oh, there's contact there. I think Lejek ran into the back of him. He might have damage there. As Gunnar goes past him. Oh, I'm not sure there, but a lot of time lost to Billy. Ooh, Xavi's past the Skelios. Xavi is through on a Skelios. Starting to make the moves that he needs to make, but he is nearly out of that second window. This will be an important few corners for Xavi if he wants to get back up into that P2. He sets the fastest lap of the race so far as Lejek enters the pits. He must have gotten damaged from that coming together with Elmerick. Xavi is well within that DRS that he needs. Let's see now. It's on board with Stav, who's well with it. Well, very, very close. Almost eating Foxboo's diffuser out of the loop. But it's just a bit of a train at the moment. There's not a lot he can do. But some would call that a good thing, as he is able to conserve a lot of his ERS deployment, putting Foxboo under pressure a bit into Cops. Ooh, and he runs wide. Or gets a bit of understeer, sorry. Stabbers well within striking position now. If he can get a good exit off Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, which he seems to be in position to do, he will be fast Foxboo this lap. Can he do it? Will he have the overspeed? He looks to the inside. Oh, and Foxboo leaves him very little room there. Leaving his Stab with not much option other than to back out of the move. But Stab is a very patient and clean driver, so I'm sure he will find a way past as Foxboo gets a time penalty through turn 1 there. Ooh, Staff goes quite late on the brakes, locks up, almost goes into the back of Foxblue. Definitely an air of impatience starting to creep in. Will he go for it here? Well, he thinks about it, but again, lives to fight another day. As we come round, Wazza is past Huss further back. Oh, and Hustles round. Through Lushfield. May have understeered into Waz's rear tyre there. Stav within a tenth of Foxborough going through Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. Will he have another look into Stowe? As Foxborough is now using his deployment to try and defend. Stewart comes under a bit of pressure from this as well. Zabi, meanwhile, is very, very close to Jordan. Will he have a look? Yes, he will. Can he make it round the outside? He goes later on the brakes. Jordan has the better traction, though. And that might be bad news for Jordan, as he is almost out of that second to Stab. He is out of the second. He won't have DRS coming onto the Wellington straight. This is prime for Zavi, who is well within striking distance. He is right up Jordan's gearbox. So he hasn't had the exit he needed. Ooh, further back. That's Elmerix. Elmerix is round through the first couple of corners at the loop. When he's round again, almost. Jesus. Very lucky to keep in a straight line there. Jordan has lost that second gap to Stab, who is again getting very close. Coming out to Maggots, Beckett and Chapel, moving out of that dirty air, the Mercedes. Oh, and he's got a great exit. Carries way much more apex speed. This is going to be it for Stab. Surely now. Into Stowe. Gets left more room on the inside. Has that tyre grip, but still Foxborough manages to defend from Stab. Stab obviously playing the long game. Maybe trying to bring his teammate into it to pull him along. As Zabi is almost back within that second to his teammate now, as he is past Jordan. Sav obviously wanting to get on with it though. You just can't find a way past. Zavi has a much better exit. Gav not close enough. Jordan also not close enough for a look. If the dirty air and the just less grip from the mediums is bad at the front, Zavi will be able to get back within that second, and that will bring both Jordan and Askelios back into the fight for the lead of the race. Oh, Stab hasn't had a great exit from Max Beckett and Chapel this time, so he's not going to be close enough. As we have a yellow flag, I believe that is Mikey. Might have had a little bit of an incident out with the pits, as Billy has passed Big Man now. Will Big Man come back at him though? No, he won't. So Billy now, yes, he has that penalty, but he's got to start making inroads on that top four. Zavi's still not within DRS of his teammate. Not close enough down the Wellington. Neither is Jordan or Askelios. Gap's getting a little bit stagnant, but Stewart doing all he needs to do at the moment in terms of his driving, and his same for Foxby really, but they both know that they're not in a great position. Still, both of them have to pit. And that's a Red Bull round, that's Elmerix. Elmerix has spun out of left field, sorry. Not woodcut. Otherwise, nothing much else really going on. The race has stagnated a bit. Oh, I believe Elmerix has retired on the track. I believe that may be purposeful. I don't think he's gone into AI to retire from the track. I think he's just maybe let go of his throttle or his controllers. Mikey is very well... Wow, Mikey does a great job to save his car there. I'm just trying to see if we can... Oh, that's Big Man out. Big Man has spun through turn 1. This will definitely cause a safety car. And that is the wild card that Fox Blue needed. Stewart was already pitted. So, Stewart in a bit of a bad situation, but Fox Blue now... He is in a legitimate lead of the race, because at this point, everyone's going to pit the softs. And that's going to put Zabby in a bit of a difficult position again, because he's going to have to double stack again if he stops. But it's just a no-brainer for the softs now. Wow. 10 more laps of this British Grand Prix. See if anyone pits. Fox Blue obviously pits, Staff pits. Zabby stays out to avoid that double stack. But everyone else looks to be pitting. Guna into the pits, Wazza into the pits, Evan into the pits. Huss will be the last person round to enter the pits, and yes he does. So Zabby stays out, maybe looking to help his teammates slightly. Playing the team game, it seems. Oh, what a race so far. But Fox Blue is in prime position to, well, overtake Zabby and just drive away with the race. Get that penalty window that he needs and win, which would be a miracle for him considering where he started. But Stav, as much as it's not great to have commentator bias, I want Stav to win this. I think, you know, he's a very deserving driver, and he's drove a great race so far. But, you know, a safety car can work both ways. It can help you massively, but it can also screw you over a lot. Still, just a few laps of safety car to do. Big Guna running in P8. Oh, Zabby's pitted, never mind. I thought Zabby had stayed out there to try and help Stav, but obviously just wanting to avoid the double stack, but still he's hurt his race either way. And I suppose he's got the lap pressure tyres, but that doesn't make a lot of difference around here compared to tracks like, say, Circuit of the Americas, which I don't think we're going to this season, which is a shame. I like driving at the US Grand Prix circuit, but It certainly makes a lot less difference to be on that lap pressure tyres. It's here more than most because you can just do so much on fresh tyres. Both McLaren's in a good position. I mean, obviously both of them on penalties, so... I mean, Division 3, you can never call what's going to happen in Division 3. So saying that, I may have cursed Stab by trying to will him on to win the race. I mean, for all I know, with the way Division 3's races are, Mikey could win this. Because there are so many volatile races. The safety car plays a big part in Division 3, which some may not like, but you know, the safety car does a very, very good job of making these races unpredictable. Anyway, we will be spending another lap under the safety car. It will be lap 20. There will be 6 laps of green flag racing, we hope, for the end of this race. If Steph can hold off Jordan and stay within the penalty window of Fox Blue and Stewart, and maybe even Billy if Billy gets past Jordan. Stav's main concern is Jordan at the moment, in terms of drivers. Anyway. So, Xavi on the freshest tyres, but he's down in P11. He's got a lot of positions to make if he wants to salvage anything from his race. Let's see. Pretty sure the safety car will be called in this lap. Yep, there it is. We will be racing on the lap 20. As Foxboo's gone. Wow, Foxboo's gone exceedingly early. I've never seen anybody go this early. Though he's been limited by the game. But he's definitely already gone, and that has caught a lot of people napping. Stewart already out a second. Everyone else has seemed to have anticipated it almost, but Stab seemingly having a decent restart, but Foxblue obviously wanting to go as early as he can to catch everyone off. As Billy's past Jordan. Billy and Jordan fighting. I mean, obviously, ooh, a bit of contact there. I'm sure that might want to be looked at by the stewards. As Jordan comes back at Billy, lifts out of it. But Foxblue's clear of Stab by a second. Foxblue could win this. I think I might have jinxed it for Stab. Oh, then now I look at it, Foxby was 8 seconds of penalties. I must have missed Foxby picking up a 5-second penalty somewhere. But Stav is actually in a much better position now. I didn't realise that Foxby had so much penalties to his name. I mean, I'm not sure where he got the 5 seconds. I mean, I can check the race director, which isn't really a common thing. Looks like he got it when he... lap 16. I'm not sure what happened on lap 16. To Foxby. Maybe he was hit under the safety car. Still, Stav will want to stay within 3 seconds if Foxblue gets that penalty removed. Lejek and Evan battling. Lejek is past Evan. Xavi running a net P8 at the moment. Will obviously want to get past Huss and Wazza as quickly as he can. Get onto the back of Guna and make some more positions up. But the McLaren's doing enough for each other that Jordan might not even end up on the podium. If Fox Blue has his 5 seconds removed. He's obviously doing as much as he can to try and break away, but Stav, after having a bit of a rocky restart, seems to be back on it, and you never know. Stewart gets another penalty. And Gouda picks up in 3 seconds there as well. Still, I think the biggest person to have lost out the most is definitely Xavi. Oh, Stav's managed to almost get to back in within a second of Foxby's DRS as we go on to the lap where DRS is enabled. Will Stav go for this on track? It certainly seems like he wants it, as he's gotten within that DRS. He could have taken it easy. He could have just managed his pace and cruised home, but he wants the DRS of Foxblue, and will we see an overtake for the lead? I mean, obviously it won't make much difference in the final standings, but will Stav may want to take this on track. See, that was a good free run through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Opting not to use his ERS deployment, so still playing some sort of long game. Further back, Jordan, late move round the outside of Stowe, can't get it done. Lejek is past Xavi, so Xavi, it's not paid off for Xavi. He's running out of the points at the moment. I mean, obviously with the penalties of the guys in front of him, he will finish in the points, but a race that could have ended so well for him just falling apart. Huss sets the fastest lap of the race in the Williams, although he will drop back to last position. Things stay the way they are. Back up to the front. 3 laps left to run. Stav still in DRS. I think he's maybe trying to make Foxby burn his ERS here. As yeah, he's got so much more ERS. Stav obviously oh, sorry. Stav obviously playing the strategy game here. Although Foxby nearly a second clear. Look at his ERS. Stav has almost 70%, about pretty much 60% more ERS than Foxby has at this moment in time. He's making Foxby burn that ERS deployment to make his life easier when he goes for that overtake. Out of the strategist, Stav. And it's certainly no lights to fly victory with the safety car. but it would. I mean, it's still going to be the pole sitter taking the victory as things look at the moment. I mean, Foxblue's, regardless, made a great recovery from his starting position of P16, I believe. Let's have a look at that. And that P15. I mean, Stewart also up 11. Xavi obviously being the person to lose out the most from today. Even though he's got that one pressure set of boots on his car, won't do much for him. Back to the lead. Foxblue's managing to save a bit of his ERS deployment, obviously knowing Stav is just playing the long game. So he gets a good exit out of Maggots better than Chapel. Will speed the lap, he goes for the overtake. He gets in the slipstream, doesn't use his ERS deployment, looks to the inside of Cops. Not Cops, Stowe. Leaves plenty of room for Foxblue. He's playing a fair game and giving him a fair run for his money. Can't make it through this lap. But fair enough to Stav. He seems to maybe know what I want up in the commentary box, and he's trying to give us some action. I mean, who knows? Who knows what goes on under the cockpit, unless you're there yourself. Penalties piling up for those behind. Xavi has a 3-second penalty, so that will make his life even more difficult if he has any hopes of finishing higher than 10. Still, Stav and Foxblue battling has brought Stewart into the equation, but Stewart has barely any ERS, so it'll be hard for him to do anything. So as things stand, John and Billy, they're very close. Let's see what happens here. Oh, never mind. Back to the lead. Stav is clear and well into the lead now. As we round onto the final lap, Billy has also passed Jordan. Wazza is past the Skelios. Oh, it's just going on everywhere. Stav leads as we go on to the final lap of the race. The 3 guys behind him all have penalties, and he is well clear of Jordan, the next person who could realistically challenge him for this race win. Stewart and Foxblue both very low on ERS deployment. Stav has played this pretty much to perfection. He's got so much ERS to burn, which he is doing down these DRS straights. Foxblue's still gaining, but not by enough. Stav obviously just wanting to get as far away as he can. Stewart burning his ERS. Foxblue saving, but 5 tenths, and he has to lift on the exit of Cops. As he just gets in there slightly too hot, his red ERS light is flashing. Can Stewart go for a move? Definitely thinks about it, but he's just not got the overspeed. As we ride on board with Stav. Certainly no lights to flag victory like it was for others this week, including myself. But he's done it. After claiming his first pole of the season, Stavruli wins the British Grand Prix. Stewart in second provisionally. Foxblue in third. Remains third. No, never mind. Stewart third. Askelios fourth. Foxblue down to fifth with that 8 seconds of penalties, but I'm sure he will appeal that 5-second penalty. Oh, what a race. What a race. Oh my god, what a race. That is probably my favourite race that I've ever commentated. And I haven't commentated a lot of races, so not a lot to be said. Stivuli wins the British Grand Prix by 6 seconds. Foxblue already mentioning in the Discord that he's going to get a 5-second penalty gone. But still. My voice is gone. I mean, you'd be mad not to come back next week, as they say, in the offline commentary. Alright, but that has been it for Division 3, Season 2, Round 9 at the British Grand Prix. And I'll see you all next week. What a race.